Welcome to our video exploring the fascinating world of stress, where biology and psychology intersect to influence our daily lives. Stress is an unavoidable part of modern existence, but have you ever wondered what's happening in your body and mind when you feel stressed? In today's video, we'll dive into the biological mechanisms that trigger the stress response, from hormones like cortisol to the role of the nervous system. We'll also examine the psychological aspects of stress, including how perception and individual differences shape our experience of stress. By understanding these mechanisms, we aim to provide you with insights into managing stress effectively, improving your well-being, and enhancing resilience in the face of life's challenges. So, let's get started on this journey to uncover the science of stress. Origins of stress. Stress serves as a crucial survival mechanism that traces back to our primitive ancestors who faced constant threats from predators in the wild. Our stress responses were essential for survival, preventing us from becoming prey. This reaction triggers what is known as the fight or flight response, enabling us to confront danger or flee from threats. In this discussion, we will explore the origins and biological aspects of stress to gain a scientific understanding of its implications. Biology of stress. When the sympathetic nervous system is triggered by stress, our body produces stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This leads to an increase in blood pressure and heart rate, directing blood flow toward larger muscles to prepare for action. This response was incredibly beneficial in prehistoric times, allowing us to escape from predators or fight for our survival. Stress also alters our perception of information. When confronted by a predatory animal, our decision-making abilities sharpen, prioritizing survival. We become intensely focused on finding safety. These biological responses are ingrained in our bodies, having served as protections during prehistoric times. Although we may not require these mechanisms as urgently as in the past, they remain deeply embedded within us. Chronic stress and our health. In today's modern world, we no longer face life or death stress situations as we did during the hunter-gatherer era. However, it's important to recognize that our stress response still serves a purpose. For instance, if we are driving and a pedestrian unexpectedly steps into the street, we instinctively react to steer away before fully comprehending the situation. This illustrates that there are moments in our lives when the stress response is essential, but only for a brief duration. The real concern lies in the chronic stress prevalent in contemporary society, which poses significant health risks. Many of us experience chronic stress stemming from constant worrying, planning, or exposure to modern-day stimuli. Our bodies respond to stress in the same manner as they did in prehistoric times, but these prolonged effects can negatively impact our health in the long run. Chronic stress can lead to various health issues, including a weakened immune system, increased risk of infections and diseases, accelerated spread of cancer, higher likelihood of developing ulcers, elevated risk of diabetes, greater chances of obesity, premature cellular aging, impaired memory, sleep disturbances, stress and relationships. Modern chronic stress can have detrimental effects on our relationships. When we experience stress, we tend to become easily agitated, irritable, and curt with others, leading to communication breakdowns and connection difficulties. Ultimately, chronic stress hampers our happiness and well-being, increasing our vulnerability to psychological disorders such as depression and anxiety. Relationship to stress. It's essential to clarify that our goal isn't to eradicate stress, as we no longer face predators. In mindfulness practice, the focus is on cultivating a healthy relationship with stress and discovering ways to manage it safely and effectively. The psychology of stress. In this article, we will delve into the psychology of stress. Previously, we discussed the origins of stress and its crucial role in our survival as a species. Although we no longer need stress for survival as we did in prehistoric times, we still face chronic stress in our everyday lives. Our stress response, which was once vital, is ill-suited for the demands of modern society. 3 approaches to managing stress, as outlined by Ronald D. Siegel, Harvard Clinical Professor of Psychology. Resistance to inevitable change, seeking pleasure and avoiding pain, wishing things were different than the way they are. Resistance to change, our reluctance to embrace change, regardless of its scale, can lead to stress in our lives. This may stem from various events, such as the loss of a loved one, job loss, changes in marital or relationship status, social transitions, relocating, planning a wedding, or organizing a vacation, among others. Seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. We often pursue pleasure while steering clear of pain. Suffering can arise when we fear losing something that brings us joy, like a new job, relationship, or home. To cope with challenging emotions, many of us might resort to distractions such as alcohol, drugs, avoidance, excessive TV watching, overeating, or other forms of escapism, wishing things were different than the way they are. The brain is a remarkable and intricate instrument that empowers us to navigate and achieve so much in our lives. It allows us to create incredible and beautiful experiences, yet our tendency to overthink can act as a double-edged sword. Certain features of our brain that facilitate creativity can also present challenges. For instance, our imaginative capacity may lead us to envision all the potential failures we might face in an upcoming endeavor. Additionally, our minds can generate difficulties through excessive planning, ruminating on past events, or fretting about what lies ahead. Over time, it's easy to develop harmful behavioral patterns that can adversely affect our health and overall well-being. By practicing mindfulness, we acquire various tools to manage stress more efficiently. Mindfulness and stress reactivity. Mindfulness offers various ways to engage with stress. During our formal practice, as we sit in stillness, we may notice a range of thoughts, feelings, and sensations, including reflections on the past, anticipations about the future, a sense of boredom, feelings of agitation, discomfort, pain, joy from practicing mindfulness or achieving focus, frustration if our mindfulness isn't centered, a desire to get up and exit the practice. These experiences are completely normal. Through practicing mindfulness, we can learn to observe them as they arise and fade away. Additionally, we can become aware of our automatic reactions to these experiences. While observing these reactions, we can also explore various ways to respond to the situations that arise. For instance, we can take note of what occurs when we choose to remain present with a challenging sensation or a difficult experience during our mindfulness practice. Understanding the biology and psychology of stress highlights the need for a holistic approach to managing stress. Recognizing the body's physical responses to stress can empower individuals to implement healthier coping strategies and mitigate stress's negative impacts. Integrating physical activity, mindfulness practices, and social support can significantly enhance resilience and overall well-being. By acknowledging the complexities of stress, we can better equip ourselves to handle life's challenges, nurturing both our bodies and minds for a healthier, more balanced life. Remember, taking proactive steps to manage stress is essential for maintaining both physical health and psychological resilience. When you become aware of your reactions to challenges during formal practice, it enhances your understanding of how these reaction patterns manifest in your daily life. Mindfulness allows us to explore our varied responses to different sensations. Pay attention to what occurs when you choose to engage with a difficult experience or sensation during your practice. For instance, if you're dealing with a stiff back and uncomfortable feelings, take note of your reactions. In these moments, we can embrace a mindful attitude characterized by patience, curiosity, compassion, non-judgment, and acceptance. Instead of abandoning your practice or feeling frustrated by the discomfort, consider being gentle with yourself and slightly adjust your position for greater comfort. This mindset of acceptance and non-judgment can also be applied to challenging situations outside of practice. The more we incorporate this approach into our mindfulness sessions, the easier it becomes to apply it in our everyday lives. In conclusion, understanding the biology and psychology of stress reveals how intricately linked our physical and mental well-being truly are. From the activation of our stress response systems to the psychological effects of chronic stress, it is clear that addressing stress is crucial for maintaining overall health. By employing effective coping strategies such as mindfulness, physical activity, and social support, we can mitigate the impact of stress on our lives. Ultimately, recognizing the signs of stress and taking proactive steps can empower us to lead healthier, more balanced lives. Thank you for joining us in exploring this essential topic. Remember, managing stress is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Subscribe to our website today for exclusive access to expert-written mindfulness articles and guided meditation practices. Join our community and receive the latest insights and techniques to help you cultivate inner calm and enhance your well-being. Don't miss out on the journey to a more mindful you. Sign up now and start transforming your life one breath at a time.